Hello, I'm just here to make a quick video. I feel compelled. No one's forcing me to do this. It might even be a little narcissistic. I think part of my inclination to make a video comes from the fact that I used to all the time as a child, in this bedroom even. Thanks to the pandemic, I am back in the little small town where I grew up, and I'm staying in my childhood bedroom. And something I used to do all the time with my friends, I say friends as if it wasn't just one person, was make YouTube videos. When I got out of high school and I moved away to college, I kind of fell off the wagon. I stopped making videos, but it's always something that's been in the back of my mind, especially now that YouTube is something that a lot of people do as a career. I sometimes wonder if I had a little more passion, drive. This is something that I'd still be doing. But YouTube was never something that I wanted to make money off of. It was never a business to me. It was never anything like that. And so it makes sense to me that it's not something I do anymore. I still watch a lot of videos. I love makeup tutorials. I love ASMR. I love people who do cooking or sewing. So I'm still here, but I'm just not in the vlog world. I'm not in it, and I'm definitely not in it to win it. I'm only making a video because I'm alone here. I feel sort of isolated in this small town. I don't have very many friends to connect with. My closest friend lives in another state. I only moved home because of the pandemic, and so I've been alone. So I don't really have anyone to talk to. Of course I have a therapist, and of course I have my dad and my brother, but it's just not the same. So here I am talking to nobody. And also, I guess since this is going on the internet, theoretically, everyone. So what I want to talk about is all of my ghost experiences that I've had since I moved home. I think my first experience was when I first moved home. I brought my kitty with me, and there are other cats and a dog who live in this house prior to us coming back. And so for a little bit of time, I had my kitty locked away in my bedroom. I had a litter box and food and water in here. And as part of like the transition period outward, I would let my kitty in to sleep with me, but I'd leave my bedroom door cracked so that if my cat needed to get out of the bedroom in the middle of the night, it could just walk out. About a month or so after living here, I would wake up, the bedroom door would be wide open, and not just like open like a cat had nudged it open with their face, but like wide open. And I live in a kind of old house. The doors are on the hinges, kind of weird, and also the carpet has a really thick pile. My bedroom doors, it doesn't swing open. It drags on the floor as you open it, and you have to like use force. I'm not saying it's hard to open the door, that I live in a shitty house, but I am saying that it's not something that an animal would necessarily be able to open by itself. I took notice of it because on the nights that it would happen, I would feel paranoid. For anyone who's smoked weed or just like suffered with anxiety, you know that kind of anxious sinking feeling, like you're in trouble. And I don't mean like I'm in a scary situation. I mean like I have done something wrong and like I'm getting told, you know, someone caught me doing something wrong. That's the feeling I had. Stomach dropping, like somebody's mad at me. Fast forward a few months, and now I'm waking up in the night like this. I'm sleeping and I'm waking up, and I can feel the edge of my bed is pressed down. It has a, sorry, I'm looking at myself do this in the mirror. I can feel the edge of my bed is pushed down. I felt as if somebody was kneeling at the side of my bed like this. It was like right by where my head was laying. And so girl, like I'm keeping my eyes shut tight. Fast forward about another month, in addition to my doors opening by itself, and I'm feeling something by my bed, now throughout the day I'm smelling Earl Grey tea. Which I know just sounds stupid, like what are you talking about? Earl Grey has a very distinct scent. Am I wrong? I don't know. Bergamot. I could be watching TV or reading a book or doing laundry, and all of a sudden I smell Earl Grey tea. And oftentimes it was happening when I was alone. This is probably June, By June, I'm having these experiences with my door opening, this kind of sinking, I'm in trouble feeling, the feeling of somebody perched at the side of my bed, and now I'm smelling Earl Grey tea. This is when things start to get fucking bananas. One night, I'm asleep, it's the middle of summer, I hear a man's voice yell, "No." I'm I feel like I'm gonna cry or something talking about it. Not like a man's voice. I say a man's voice, but not like a man's voice, like no, like, but not like that. It was like, no, like that kind of no, but like deep, like a Kermit the Frog deep no almost, but like angry and right by my head. It's the middle of the night and it just wakes me up. I'm getting a little freaked out. Okay, now it's maybe July or August. I started constantly feeling like something is watching me. This is when things escalated for me. This is when I started to feel fearful, and my dad goes out of town to visit a friend. I'm home alone and I see a figure. The way my house is set up, there's the living room, a room with the piano, and then the stairway that leads upstairs to the, you know, second floor. I'm sitting there watching TV, the lamp's on next to me, I'm in the living room, my dog is sitting next to me. He gets up, he walks towards the room with the piano, facing the stairway, and he growls and barks, and I have a clip of it because I was taking a Snapchat video. I was talking with a friend on Snapchat about something, I think honestly High School Musical, but I can try to find the clip and put it in here of me seeing this ghost. I really can't remember the Irish one. He's Irish, right? Weird. The way I can describe what I saw is a man with big eyes, like bigger than normal. This is what he did. Imagine I'm standing full on. I make eye contact with him and he does this. Woo! What the fuck? He does that as if like he's noticed that I've noticed him. I'm looking at him and I look away and I look back and he's gone. It's very frightening. And I hated it. At this point, I start telling my family members. I tell my aunt, I tell my dad, I tell my brother. The kind of message that I get from everybody is, well, it's probably just a friendly ghost. Tell it to go away. Which, fuck you guys, that's way easier said than done. About a month after I see this ghost, I'm up here in my bedroom. It's late at night, it's cold, and I have this orange blanket I love. And I left my orange blanket downstairs. So I get up, walk through the house in the dark to the living room to get my blanket, and I'm walking back through that room with the piano, as I explained earlier. I hear in the corner of the room from behind the piano, like as if somebody's standing in the corner, I hear this. Pss, 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 pss. Like that's, I hear that. I hear somebody go pss, 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 pss. Without even thinking about it, I say, go away. In the same kind of hoarse frog voice that woke me up, I hear, no. So, girl, I am booking it up those stairs. I'm not playing around with these ghosts. This is way too much for me to handle. I just want some help, so I go to the doctor. At first, I thought maybe I'm communicating with ghosts, but also, like, it could just be my mind spilling out. I'm fully acknowledging that I could just be having hallucinations. The pandemic is stressful, the election is stressful, and I'm a queer person living in a super, super small conservative town. I'm depressed, and I'm isolated, and I'm alone, and I'm sad, and I'm fully here to admit that, like, I could be having a psychotic meltdown. Basically, like, I'm fully aware. I'm like, girl, I need some pills for this. I need to fix my brain. If you know me, you know this is a long time coming. You know that my mental health has been something I've struggled with since even before the pandemic hit. It's something that was really becoming a concern as early as like last summer. So now that everything's so pressurized and so much more intense based on the circumstances of the year, like, I'm here to admit that it could just be psychosis. And the doctor says that. The doctor confirms that. The doctor is like, I'm gonna get you some pills. I've been on these pills for about a month. I love them. My mood has been so much better. I had no idea how intense my mood swings were until they stopped. And that kind of paranoid feeling like I'm being watched has been gone. Just this evening, I'm home alone again. My dad is out of town. I took a bath and I came out of the bathroom, which is right by the stairway. The house is dark. I have a laundry basket full of clean clothes. I'm home alone. I don't care. I'm getting naked and I'm gonna change right there. You know, this is my house. I do what I want. And I hear pss, 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 pss. I'm like gonna cry. I'm gonna hold it back though. It was scary. The way it feels is like somebody cracked an egg on my head and your whole body is like covered in goo. Maybe that's like adrenaline. It's not a good feeling. And I hear this noise. I turn and sitting in the chair, I see a dark figure. It's so dark I can't see any details, but I see somebody sitting in the chair. This is gonna sound so stupid and just so like I'm making it up, but I'm sitting here telling you that I can't see anything, but I can also feel that this figure is smiling at me. How can I be telling you that I can't see anything, but I also know it's smiling? I don't know. It's just, you just know. And maybe that's my psychotic brain, my literal psychotic brain. But I'm here to say, like, I had another ghost experience tonight. I'm all alone in this house and I just feel compelled to make this video. I don't know what I'm going through, but I do know that I don't like it. I do know that I want to talk about it. I have a therapy appointment tomorrow at 10:30. You can bet your ass Karen is gonna hear all about this. But in the meantime, I'm gonna edit this video, I'm gonna put it online, and I'm gonna chill in my room and lock the door. I hope this video wasn't too long. I hope that I don't sound crazy, and if I sound crazy, well, girl, I'm trying to get help. So thanks a lot, Mary. Your concern does not go unnoticed. I hope everybody has an okay evening, morning, day, whenever you're watching this. Hope it's great. Holy shit, the election is tomorrow. I really hope we don't descend into fascism.